Yep, we're getting there. All right. It's Tuesday on... What is the name of this thing? Got Tropical Storm Ernesto. Take a walk down the beach. All right. We're still there. Well, that's a bust. All right. Don't know if you guys this little slope here with this path. When I was a little kid, I used to run down it with my arms out like I was an airplane flying down, or a bird, I guess. I don't know. I don't remember which, but I remember the action of running down. Am I recording? Yes. Afternoon. We go down here. We've got a little restaurant off to the side. I think this one's been here for like 6-7 years now, maybe a little bit longer. Now, I don't know why I walked the long way, but I came the long way. You can see some stairs up here. It's gonna be like the third set of stairs. Got some sea grapes growing in. I don't know kind of bush this red flower is. Coming up on the marina. Ooh, look at the sargassum pushed in here due to the storm. As we said, it was Ernesto. All the boats are gone. I didn't realize that. Oh, the other day when I was snorkeling, I saw some masts going out. bet you they were part of this reposition. So they normally have, I guess we'll walk out to the point, but you can see, oh lady, see, look at that. All the sargassum that's in here. They take these orange things out and put them out in front of the entryway into the marina. Protects from getting all the sargassum in here for it to rot. Afternoon. They're doing repairs on these roofs here. This is the Sapphire Beach condos. The red used to be a hotel, and then they sold them off as condos, I believe. Well, that's the way they are now, sold off as condos. And they, I believe they have like a small, or the owners have all put themselves up under one operation management to do like Airbnb and all that good stuff that destroys the local cost of living. If you look over on that point over there, just beyond those palms, is where my sister got married, right out on the point. Got pretty good surf coming in here. You see it heading to your left there, St. John. And then that white boat that's coming in is going into Red Hook. It's the car ferry that goes between St. John and St. Thomas out of Red Hook. They also have a regular ferry for people. Runs on the hour. You can go over there. I think it's only like $6 a person. Locals get it for like $2 or something like that. I think some businesses will subsidize their employees. Well, if it was a smart business, it would subsidize their transit cost to get to St. John and back. 80-some% of St. John is a national park. I don't know the exact number, but it's that extreme where it's 80-some. That includes Trunk Bay, which is one of those underwater snorkel trails. See, people have been doing some rock stacking. This probably would be a good spot to do some morning yoga. You know, some of those people get their, they get their, they want to get sun on their asshole. That energy. I'm in flip-flops, not the most ideal. You can see some sea snails. Yeah, sea snails. I didn't know if it was a hermit crab, but looks like there's a lot of them out. So the red and green buoy there, that's the entryway into the marina. You see those orange ones usually go all the way out to right over there with those two orange buoys there. So the orange stuff would be all the way to there, protecting the entryway there. And this little, oh, I got wet there. This little inlet we call Rocky Beach. We'll walk past there here in a moment. Oi! Okay. Sea grapes. That's why they call them a sea grape right here. That's why. Look like grapes. But it's not a grape. Afternoon. I saw some tourists coming in today. They arrived around 2 o'clock. You can see all the units that have their hurricane shutters. Right before I left, I cracked mine, kind of like the one in the top left there of that building. We'll see what happens. I think the sustained winds we're supposed to get is about 50 miles an hour. And they're estimating gusts up to 70. But looking at the multiple wind maps, it's probably going to stay in the 50s for the most part, which isn't too terrible. The last big one was in 2017. I think that was Irma, and it was followed up by Maria, and one of them ripped the roof off of our building, and so they had to get new roofs, which is now preventing us from being able to add solar panels because it would void the roof warranty. So they say. This is all the sargassum and seaweed. You can see all the flies and stuff in it. This stuff will rot and give off some very noxious gases. I don't even know if you guys can hear me over the wind. I can barely hear myself. We're gonna get a good look of the beach and see if the coastline will change at all due to the surf. We're supposed to get some surf for here for the next couple days. And we'll take a walk probably on Thursday or Friday. Oh, the kite surfers are still up. Really maximizing their time with the good winds. We've been getting winds this summer pretty consistently. There's a couple weeks where they weren't up. So their Sapphire Beach condo's little pavilion and pool is just for them. We technically don't have access to it. And I don't know if they check or not. I don't even know if they have a bar in here. What is enter at your own risk type thing. Not water fountain. No lifeguard. So this is going out to the point where my sister got married in 2023. Yeah, 2023. I should know that because it was last year. but my memory is awful now. It's a little sea grape. So the sea grape has a little pit in here. I was reading about it a couple days ago. So what they can use, they'll take this pulp and they'll scratch this out apparently. I don't know, maybe I'm making that up. Seems implausible. But they got married about right here. And I was standing right here. No, I was standing here. But it was a nice ceremony. My sister was beautiful as always. Jared was looking dapper. Presumably as always, because every time I see him, he's always hasn't looked shoddy at all. Maybe one day we'll go out on these rocks. Not gonna do it today. Well, we'll go out here. And you find how this is all slanted sideways. Up on the top of the hill, the rock up there is oriented in the same direction. And it's, now I'm gonna research this after I say it, but my speculation is because of the plates, edge of the Caribbean plate is to the north of us. It's probably moving north, maybe, into the Atlantic plate. And so all of this used to be seafloor, and it basically folded it up in half. And so what's out of the water going upwards is kind of up and down, and it pushed back this way, creating our island chain. And that's what all of these are, is folded up seafloor. You do find, when I'm digging up there, I'll find seashells, and these seashells look old. Like they don't have the number of rings that the newer ones do, like growth rings. Like an oyster, you look at the edge of an oyster or a clam and you see those edges and you'll see the lines. The ones that I find up there have big, wide growth lines. And to me, they look ancient. They look like ancient seashells. Either that or I don't know. I have no idea how and why that would be the case, or what the evolutionary change would be. Maybe a more durable shell, since it's not just one piece, it's like multiple layers as it grows to encompass the animal on the inside. So it keeps growing that portion, and that's what causes the ridges and lines. These weren't here before. They must have just planted these recently. A path traced by sun. Ravina Dillon. I wonder if that's a tribute to her. Possibly. I don't know what the name of this one is. You got some sea grapes. this is the other side over here. Rocky Beach is on the other side of that point. Again, that point is the one that I don't even know what they call that point. But all in here, it's very shallow. This was the way I came back. If you look over there, I usually go to that palm and then come back this direction. Kind of where that guy is floating. A little bit of a drop off after you get to the edge. The surf is really higher. This is usually like the high tide line up here, but these rocks up here are usually out of the water. The one is usually down. Look to the far right, the ones that are the only ones visible right now. That's where the water line usually is. Walk past my parents. I'm gonna walk down to the end. See all this sargassum? Named after the Sargassum Sea, which is a big gyre in the middle of the Atlantic. I believe it's south of Bermuda, east of the Turks and Caicos. Well, no, sorry. East of the jet stream. So the Gulf Stream is the western boundary. So all that water that moves up the Atlantic seaboard, when you get through that and past that, out into that spinning gyre south of Bermuda's Sargasso Sea. No idea why, but apparently there's big patches of this stuff out there, and it sits out there, and what happens is it gets broken off by the trade winds that come across, heading westbound north of the equator. Break pieces off of it from the Sargasso Sea and just drag it over this way. And load it up on all our beaches. Same stuff that hits and resides on the coast of Florida that they'll do the cleanups for. Same stuff. Yep, so if you can see how this drop off, like the water line is usually where the current is turning over. That's where the water line is, all the way down there. So it's probably going to churn up a lot of sand. Or push it up. I don't know what's going on. But it's usually never up this far. Oh, and so this is Sapphire West on this side. Woo. And then beyond these rocks, we got Pelican Beach, which I don't think I'm gonna make it to because of the water line. So it's beyond there. so I'm not gonna make it there. And then we'll head back. So that island right here, maybe, right there, this first one, Shark Island. I have kayaked around that. Basically exit out of the marina and head, I suppose it's like a north-northwest heading, but straight shot, goes out, maybe it's more north from the marina, might be a direct north, and then head across to the point over there. You can see where there used to be a building on the edge of the point there. You just come along the coast, trek back, and right back straight across the bay. Hey, you got some air there. Eventually I'm gonna learn how to do all that. Maybe next year. Something you can see here now. The natural currents of the water want to come this direction. Got the, like straight out this way is to the east. So the trade winds blow this direction almost straight into us. So the waves want to come this way, but being that all of this wind is being sucked into the storm down over there, it's pushing across, and you can see how the cross pattern is like making a cross of the winds. See how that works? It's like making it that way, coming in this way, but the water wants to come this way. So interesting. And that would be why they're kind of meeting at this point right here. Peaks in the trough. You see it in action. So we'll come down here on Thursday or Friday after it passes. Check out the shape of this. Woo. We'll let them do it. I'd empty my pockets out just in case that kid got swept away. I don't know what happened to this. Turned it on and it immediately stopped working. And the light has stayed on. Maybe it's because I didn't put the key in. And it won't respond to clicks. See if we get some air. Got a little key hoop on a string over there up against the tree for them to hook it. Let the kids playing that.
Let's go.
They usually take pitchforks, clean this off. Probably come out here after the storm to do it. No sense in doing it before it. Stuff is all sunk to the bottom of the water too. Big patches of it out there. This rooster